Did anyone else have a sort of revelation that there is way more good food out there than you previously thought? Yes, and I started making it. Last night I steamed a pastrami brisket I had smoked the prior night. Because you can't find cats here in Texas. We just don't have a strong deli culture. My wife makes fun of me. I keep beef and chicken bones in the freezer for stock, fat to make fresh lard and tallow, or add to sausage. The way food is meant to be prepared is delicious. Way better than processed. I have about 5 pounds of red jalapeno, Fresnos, and a couple red bells to tone down the heat that are minced in a jar on my counter fermenting into hot sauce. Some of the solids will be used for kimchi that gets made this weekend. I absolutely hated peas or most green vegetables as a child because they were canned and that weird, off-putting grayish-green color. Then I had fresh from the garden peas. OMG. Absolutely. My parents' definition of cooking is a dry-ass overcooked piece of meat mushy carb-boiled vegetables. They cooked never really bought pre-cooked stuff, but they were bad at it. I realized I really loved veggies once I started cooking for myself stir-fried, roasted, etc., and I eat better now than ever before. Yeah, I definitely had that moment. Growing up, my family ate the same 5 meals every week. It wasn't until I started cooking for myself that I realized food isn't just fuel, it can be an adventure. There's so much out there that I never thought I'd like, but it turns out I just never had it prepared right. Fresh veggies, good spices, and actually cooking things instead of microwaving them, it makes all the difference. Not exactly, but I love to try new food and will go out of my way to try it. Often it doesn't, it works out nance, and sometimes they are only meh. But you won't know until you try it. And not just once either. Sushi from a gas station is not the same from an actual sushi restaurant, so just because you tried a certain food and didn't like it, it could be because it was the gas station kind. Have fun! Question: what is a milder cheese to put on your burger than American? I hate it too, mostly because it is so mild, doesn't even really count as cheese. I have a similar experience, especially with regard to quality food. The first time I tasted real butter in my teens I actually thought it was gross, but my palate was used to margarine and seed oils. Grass-fed, organic beef smelled funny. The list goes on. But these days, I eat almost nothing but fresh, organic foods and I will never go back. Congratulations! Good for you! It sounds like your parents can't cook, but did the best they could. I know your food journey will have its ups and downs, and I wish you 1,000 ups for every down. Y'all love Chef Jean-Pierre on YouTube. He's half French and half Italian. He is very funny and makes cooking easy. I tried authentic Sichuan food and tasted the Sichuan pepper. It was a completely new taste experience, and I realized there was so much out there to try. So now I try to have as many different foods as possible. If I don't know what it is, it's my top pick. I can relate. During childhood and teenage years, I really disliked cheese. Sadly, the only variety stocked in my parental home was Velveeta. Discovered other options as an adult and now like many varieties. Yep, Mom was a terrible cook and the markets near us didn't have great options. I've since moved to a location with more food options, and since my childhood a greater variety of fish and vegetables is generally available. I'm into fish and vegetables and I appreciate the freshness and variety available. Now if only prices weren't rising so much. I grew up with people who love good food, so never had this experience, and I am so excited for you. There is so much to learn and do, and you get to do so every day for the rest of your life. I'm willing to eat so many more things because I know how not to overcook them by 30 minutes every time. My life changed when I left my parents' house lol. When we stay at my parents' like right now for the holidays we cook now. They are always amazed. My parents didn't eat out much and were opposed to ethnic foods. I had never had cheap or real Chinese until I was an adult. My only Mexican was Mom's dry tacos and Taco Bell. My first Indian food opened some new taste buds.